Hi, everybody. I'm Ken Vandermark, and it's Monday night, which means it's the option program presented to you by Experimental Sound Studio. Tonight, we have a very, very special edition of the show. I mean, every show is special, but this is a unique edition. We have Akira Sakata from Japan with us tonight. It's very early in the morning there outside Tokyo, so much appreciation for the early race. And I just need to turn this off. Sorry, 1 second. I already made my first mistake. Okay, there we go. Okay, one mistake down. Here we go. So anyway, it's great to have you here, Sakata-san, and we're excited to talk about your music, about marine biology, which some people don't know you're very involved with. And if it's okay, I'd like to start pretty early in your career because it's a important moment in the history of this music when John Coltrane came to Japan in 1966, which I think is the only time he played in Japan. And it was his group and the personnel. It was like one of the last the lineups he had. It was with Alice Coltrane, Pharoah Sanders, Jimmy Garrison, and Rashid Ali. And it's a unique concert in many ways, not only that it was the one time Coltrane came to Japan, but also he played a lot of alto saxophone on that. And talking to you on one of my visits to Japan when we got to meet in Tokyo, you talked about being at one of those performances that took place in 1966 and how revelatory it was. And I wondered if you could describe the experience of seeing that band, because up until that time, the recordings that were available of Coltrane's band were very different than the band you heard in Tokyo in 1966. And I wondered if you could talk a little bit about that. Can you describe the experience of seeing Coltrane?
Okay. The Coltrane concert is in Hiroshima, not in Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At that time, I was a student in the university.
Okay.
So I listened to his concert in Hiroshima, and that time I was kind of I have no power to study anything, because when I start the university, I want to be a fisherman's boat crew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but from that year, the university stopped that curriculum to be a fisherman's crew.
Oh.
They want to make just investigation and the study of the fishing or other things, So no fishing boat.
Oh, okay.
So I was so disappointed, and I was always playing a sax in the university, and after that I was going to the drinking alcohol. So totally
Okay.
very stupid student. That time John Gordon came, and I listened to him. And he gave me a so strong impression. And after the concert, I can't stand up immediately. So yeah, it was so heavy. He played 2 hours non-stop show.
Wow.
Yes, and I cannot understand what's going on. I studied a little bit about jazz, and the chord progression and the tune. I know Naima. He played Naima and with the.
Did you do My Favorite Things again?
Yeah. Yeah, I catch the melody, but I cannot follow what line their music is going on to the future.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so shock.
Mm-hmm.
Then I my mind is totally changed. Okay, I must live like him, like John Coltrane.
Oh, okay.
Coltrane played uh, very hard, and he, concentrates his mind and body, everything. He concentrated to his music. So then I started to think about, okay, I want to be life like a John Coltrane.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean I'm chasing his Coltrane's flights or music. I want to chasing his life.
Mm-hmm. You mean kind of the discipline of his life, the
Yeah,
practice of his life?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's the most important thing for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm. I remember when you talked about seeing him and how dramatic it was to experience
Yeah,
that after the concert you went backstage, you were able to meet him,
yeah,
and he was still practicing after the 2 hour concert. He was back
yeah,
there still practicing.
yeah. He he put the towel on his head and it's
It's still playing.
still practicing. Oh, he's
Man,
out.
yeah. He is
So,
the discipline is so intense with Coltrane and the work and everything he did. Yeah,
yes.
it's
So that
incredible.
it's very difficult to speak to him. Could you
Mm-hmm.
please give me my sign, or I cannot do it. So
Yeah,
sayonara.
it's hard to get someone to sign when they're practicing.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so
yeah. That's right.
so did you start? You said you played saxophone and you knew a little bit about jazz, and you saw Coltrane in 1966, and it
Mm.
changed you. Did it also change the way you approach music? Did it make you more radical in your playing? Or
Oh, yeah. When I was in the student time, I'm not so radical. Still, I must continue the university study.
hmm
And I must make graduation thesis,
hmm
paper.
hmm
So then after I finished, graduated the university, then I moved to Tokyo. Then I tried to be a very radical.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
concentrated to be a musician.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what year was that? Like 1968, around then or later?
Oh, 1969.
69. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then you got to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you get a degree in marine biology from the university? Is that the degree you had?
Yeah. What does it mean?
Well, you said you kept studying in Hiroshima, and
Mm.
you got a degree. And
Yes.
what
Yes.
degree? Marine
Uh,
biology or?
yeah, marine biology. Yes.
Okay, okay. Because later I'd like to talk a little bit about your studies with science and how
Hmm.
maybe that has affected your music. But speaking of music, you sent some brand new recordings that you did, some solo music,
Hmm.
just the 23rd of March, so like last week, brand
Yeah.
new,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
very new. And the first piece we're going to listen to is called Afternoon in Tokyo. Is
Yeah.
there anything about this piece that you want to describe before we hear it?
Yeah. Anyway, we are under this pandemic of the COVID-19, right?
Mhm.
So just
Thinking
a
of it.
memory. Yeah, memory.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Uh,
Thanks. We're about to listen to Akira Sakata, the piece Afternoon in Tokyo. Thanks for tuning in. And we're going to be here for the next hour listening to Sakata's music and talking to him about his creative work. So stick around. Thank you very much. We were just listening to Akira Sakata playing in the bar. Let me see if I get the name right here. Bar Ishii in Tokyo. And that was a piece called Afternoon in Tokyo. And again, a big thanks to Akira for being here with us early morning in Japan for this show. You mentioned when we first started talking, Sakata, that you had like a background in school in marine biology. I got a degree in that, and then moved to Tokyo in 1969 to pursue music as well. And I wanted to know if you could discuss a little bit about how your background as a saxophone player and clarinetist is different than maybe other musicians from your time period in Japan, like how they got to play music. What was your background like?
Yeah, that's right. My situation is very different. Normally, musician is how it comes to the musician. Normally, many people he or she is good about music and good about the instrument, right? But I'm different. I'm so bad to play.
Okay.
so I studied the um, correspondence course or post merit education, and I studied chord progression and arrangement.
Uh-huh.
Uh, uh, Supervised by Sada Watanabe.
Oh,
He
wow.
brought, yeah, yeah. He brought Barclay method to
Mm.
Japan.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
yeah, he widened up that method to Japan.
Okay.
So I studied that, but it's on the paper, not practice.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, each 3 months, Sado Watanabe gathered all people, and I was there, and I wrote a saxophony with the wine and roses like that, and
Mm,
he played fast part. I played fast part. Yeah, I did, but that's just a team,
mm.
and so that means I cannot play bebop standard like nothing. So then I thought, okay, if I do this to continue this way, I can't be same position like Sado Watanabe. So then I decided, okay, I want to do anything about Sado Watanabe doing. That means I just appear there like this.
So you go the other way. You take an
Yeah, other way,
approach.
totally
And
different way.
okay. And was that impacted by seeing John Coltrane? Like the intensity of Coltrane's playing? Was that
Yes,
part of it?
yes, yes,
So, so hearing
yes,
that live was a big impact on you. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay. And did you I got some questions from our friend Paul Nilsson Love.
Mm,
He's done a lot of work with you in Japan and
yeah,
elsewhere and as a
yeah.
trio with you. He wanted to have me ask you a little bit about Karu Abe, the alto player. I
Uh-huh.
knew him and a little bit about him. He's kind of a legendary figure in
Hmm.
the music, but there's not a lot of information about him. Could you talk a little bit about Karabi?
Yeah. When I sat in, Carl Abbas was making performance in BYG, that small club in Shibuya, and I sat in. Let me play, and I asked him, and he said, "Okay, come on." And I played, and he said, "Oh, you can play. Do, do you have any game?" No, I'm not. So okay, I'll introduce you someone, and he introduced me. Soejima. He wrote about free jazz in Japan,
Okay.
and he introduced many bands to the Moose, new jazz festival.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that guy.
What
He
year
took,
was this? What
huh?
year was when you met Karabe? What year was this about?
At 71.
So very soon after you moved to
Very so,
Tokyo.
yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
And then Kaur Abe, I played many times with Kaur Abe together. But
Okay.
he's a very difficult man,
Mm, mm.
other person, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
little bit,
Is he
little bit.
also a very intensive alto player? Very
Yeah,
extreme.
yeah, yeah,
Extreme.
yeah,
Okay. And when you played with him, was it two saxophones or with a rhythm section or how? What kind of groups?
yeah. Two saxophone and a rhythm section,
Okay.
bass
Okay.
and drums. Yeah.
Okay. And are there recordings of that band?
No,
Ah. Okay.
maybe someone recorded that, but I don't know who did that. You
Nothing
know.
official. Nothing
Yeah.
official. Ah,
Yes, yes.
okay. Wow. Because that would be. I mean, that sounds like an amazing band.
Yeah.
I have to say. Okay.
Yeah,
So.
many times Kaur Abe came to me when I played with my band, and he took my horn, and he played my horn alto, so I played clarinet
That
like
was
that.
very nice of him because the
Yeah,
clarinet
yeah,
is much
yeah,
quieter than the
yeah,
alto.
yeah,
I take the loud horn and you can play clarinet.
yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice, yes, yes.
Very typical musician thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right.
So let's listen to another piece that you
Okay.
sent to us. This one is called "A Story of Seashore." And
Uh-huh.
is there some background to this that you want to share?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just
Okay,
title,
just title.
it's
That's
like a number.
okay. We're this is the Option Show. Thanks to Experimental Sound Studio for letting us do this program every Monday, usually at 7 o'clock Chicago time. A big thanks to Ralph Loza for doing the technical work, and of course to the master Akira Sakata, who is with us tonight or in the morning, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the piece entitled "A Story of Seashore."
拍手入ってまずいだよお前。イエロー
Hi, everybody. We've been listening to Akira Sakata on tonight's option show. Mr. Sakata-san, sorry.
It's okay. No problem.
You're very patient with me, I have to say. No, just hearing that reminds me why I started playing saxophone. It's just really such a beautiful sound and expression and fantastic, really beautiful. I've been getting some really interesting questions from people who have been listening to the show. We've got people from all over the world tuning in, which is really exciting. And the program, this year's program started the beginning of March. And the first show was with Jim O'Rourke, you know, who moved.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. so we have a very special Japanese month in March. And there's a question from Rob Gallo who asked how you how you met Jim and how you started to work with him after he moved to Japan.
See, Miss Yoko Yamabe, you know, she introduced me Jim O'Rourke. She said, "Oh, Miss Sakata, do you know Jim O'Rourke?" No, I don't. And she said, "Yeah, she's fun. He's fond of you." Oh yeah. Said, do you want to meet him? Then I said yes. Then I went to his show. That band is a Discaholic Anonymous band.
Yeah. Okay.
With Tatamu and this crazy saxophone player.
Yeah, Mats Gustafsson. Yeah.
Mats Gustafsson. Yeah. That's the first time to meet him. Yeah, that club name's 20,000 volt.
Mm.
You know that
Mm.
lock trap. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that time I was just 2 years later after I got a stroke.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm not so powerful, just floating like this, And Jim and Saturn and Mats had a my record, and they were wearing the dressing room. I get so surprised, and then okay, I must do, these young kids, young guy respect me. That's why okay, I must do it. I must
Mm.
do it. So he encouraged me very much.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Wow.
So
That's incredible.
since that time I was very close to meet him very closely, and doing many things about with him together. Yes.
Yeah, you guys play together unbelievably well. I've
Yeah.
been able to see at the first time I went to Japan. I think it was the first time.
Mm.
There was a lineup with you and Jim playing guitar, and you playing
Yeah.
at Pit Inn in Tokyo, and
Uh-huh.
just ferocious and so much synergy in the playing. He really, you can feel that he's really studied your music,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
feels it very very strongly. No,
Mm.
it's amazing. Someone wanted to know, if it's not too personal, to ask what age you are. How old are you? Hello? You seem to have frozen, so I guess it was an intense question.
I'm still I'm still young.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Peter is 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Peter is 80.
Yeah, yeah. That's great.
Yeah, and also this yeah, many.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and how old are you?
Huh?
What age are you?
76.
76. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, you're quite young still, and
Yeah.
playing very strong. So we're lucky to have you around for a long
Mhm.
time. Yeah, very much so. I have a question from John Corbett, and this is near to my heart as a question as well. Um, in December of 2019,
Mm.
I was in Japan, and you invited Paul Nilsson Love and I to see the Yamashita Trio performances in Tokyo,
Oh
which
yeah.
was I thought I would never get to see that band, and the experience of going to see the group and to see you play with that, it really was one of the highlights, not just of that year, but really
Yeah.
in my life. The Yamashita Trio is, and the stuff you played with them and recorded with them is such seminal, important music for me. And
Mhm.
John Corbett wanted to see if you could talk a little bit about Yamashita Trio coming to Europe and
Mm.
touring in Europe, and how that impacted what you did and maybe what you knew about the European
Yeah.
scene of improvisation.
Yeah. At that time, our band gave the big shock to the European people.
I bet.
Cause cause our ways are totally different, like not a normal Frisia's way.
Hmm.
For the Europeans said, oh, this is kamikaze, karate, or kabuki, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They get so confused to listen to our music. But
Hmm.
anyway, they excited so much.
Mm-hmm.
When we played in most New Year's Festival, we started the music. Then after 30 seconds, all people stand up. I get so surprised. What's going on?
Oh wow, that's
Yeah, like that.
exciting.
That's so
Wow.
excited. Yeah.
What year was that in Moors? What year?
It's 74.
Wow. So you came to Tokyo in 1969.
Yeah.
Decided to devote a lot of your life to music, to go in
Yeah.
a totally different way
Yeah.
with playing
Yeah.
improvised music, And then just a few years later, you're playing in Moore's, the Yamashita Trio,
Yeah,
lifting people to their feet. That's
yeah,
pretty incredible.
yeah. That time,
Wow.
1974, I was at 29 years.
Dang. Man, that's that's very inspiring, very exciting to hear. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
So when you were, you played the Moors Festival, which is a big international festival in Europe with
Yeah.
this music. Did you get a chance to hear European musicians in the early mid 70s when you went to Europe to play that
Yeah.
you were excited by? Like you mentioned Peter Brotzman, of course, but did you
Yeah.
see Peter at that time or other musicians at that time?
Yeah.
that you
Yeah. Of course, Peter and Evan Parker and John Salmon from England
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
and Hans Koch.
Oh, yeah. 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 Wow. Wow.
French clarinet player, contemporary music.
Luis Clavis?
No, more older.
Older. Uh-huh. Oh, shoot.
Uh,
I need, I'm sure there's somebody in the chat right
yeah,
now who's yelling.
and American musician. He's a very wild guy.
Well, do you remember who? Saxophone player?
Yeah, saxophone player, very wild guy.
I will have to think about who that might be.
Frank Wright.
Oh, Frank Wright. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. Frank Wright. Wow.
And Oliver Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Oliver Johnson.
Yeah, great drummer. Yeah.
And Peter Koval.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
So you were hearing some incredible musicians from that period live.
Yeah.
And was that very inspiring for you to leave Japan, come to Europe, play your music, and then meet musicians who had a similar kind of idea? Was that exciting?
Yeah. Because I understand. Oh, my way is very different to the European and American, very original Japanese way. So I had a confidence to me. Yeah.
Can you describe a little bit when you say your way, this Japanese style of playing with Yamashita, for example, or these other Japanese musicians? You say it was different than the European.
Yeah.
Can you describe how you felt that it was different? Like what?
Most different point is we using ma.
Ma.
Not tacet. Not this how to say I don't know, but 1, 2, 3, 4.
Meter, like a time. Okay, got.
No time. Our time is like that.
Okay, like a gesture.
Yeah.
Actions and gestures.
Just action.
Okay.
So that point is so different. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah.
And the way Moriyama, the drummer, the way he plays, like it's unbelievable intensity. It's just it's wow.
Yeah. Moriyama is still unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
He's still the same.
Still. Watching him walk on stage in Tokyo at the show, I said, we saw. He walks out. He's like a panther, just like a jaguar, just like and he sat down. Explosion. Just
that's right.
So exciting. So that was one of my great moments of hearing music in my life. It's so amazing. So to come to some music that you've recorded for us, you have this piece, and before we go to it, I wondered if you could talk a bit. It's this piece that's Kuriyami, which means darkness. It's a poem by Shuntaro Takakawa. Tanikawa?
Tanikawa, yeah.
Tanikawa, sorry. And you do a reading of that. I wondered if you could talk a little bit, because when we played together that time in December with Paul, you also recited some poetry, and poetry seems to be really connected to your work as a musician. Can you talk about that, and also if traditional Japanese music has any kind of impact on the way you play?
Yeah, traditional Japanese, that kind of text is very, very, very good. And the sentence is very, very beautiful, very good rhetoric. And so that means if I read that my emotion comes out from the word, you know. So for me, that's a very good help to express my emotion. Yeah.
And when you do that in concert, like let's say when we played with Paul, and you started to recite, is it a spontaneous thing, or is it a plan, or does it just come to you that you recite a poem you've memorized that's powerful for you?
It's both.
It's both. Okay.
It's closer, yeah.
Okay.
Originally, I had many texts in my head, and it's put it together like
A mix.
Yeah, mixed. Yes.
Oh, okay. So even the lines may be from different poems.
Yeah,
It's like a line that has meaning, and it comes to you. And
yeah.
wow, really, really incredible.
Yeah.
Well, let's listen to this piece now. As I mentioned, yeah.
Grammy.
Okay, beautiful. And we'll come back and talk a little more. We're listening to Akira Sakata on the Option Music Program as part of the quarantine concerts presented by Experimental Sound Studio. Thanks to all of you for being here. And again, thanks so much to Sakata-san. Thank you. Okay, yes. This is Kuriyami.
暗闇は恐ろしい。いつの間にか心に忍び込んでくる。電気をつければ部屋は明るくなるけれど、暗闇は心からいなくならない。暗闇には何がいるのだろう。目には見えないのに、耳にも聞こえないのに、心は何かに触っている。その何かと仲良くなりたい。それは私の心の中にいるのだから、私と一緒に生きているのだから、それをお化けや幽霊と一緒にしたくない。私は暗闇を好きになりたい。光に 力が潜んでいるように、暗闇にも暗闇の力が潜んでいる。その力を使って心の宇宙を旅したい。
Hi, everyone. That was Akira Sakata, who's with us live right now, early morning in Japan. And not being a morning person, I greatly appreciate the effort to be here. That was an extraordinary piece, a reading of the poem by Shuntaro Tanakawa. Is that close? Called Kuriyami, which means darkness in English. It was an interesting question that came in from Amy Mitchell, which seems appropriate to the piece we just heard. Could you talk a little bit more about your invented language? Talk about how that works and how you use it.
Oh, this poet means darkness is in my heart. There's darkness, and if we put turn on the light, then the rooms comes bright. But darkness is still in darkness in my heart. Always darkness is in my heart. So I want to be a friend with this darkness together, right? And light has a power. Light, many light has a power. So so therefore, darkness has also power. I want to use this darkness power and then go to travel to the whole world like this sport.
I see.
Very funny.
and connected to the use of words, reading poetry. Someone was curious. It sounds like you have your own invented language.
Yeah. That's Hanamogera. Hanamogera. That means if we live, we can feel. We cannot understand the words exactly. So that means when we listen some Kazakhstan language or Tahiti language, we cannot understand what's going on. But we can treat to the imitate that word
Yeah.
So no, this is just a melody and atmosphere. No word has no meaning, like Sachmo. Sachmo.
Okay. So you're bringing Louis Armstrong into the 21st century.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, we're the show usually runs about 1 hour, and we're getting close to that time. And I really wanted to talk with you a little bit about your work as a marine biologist and your studies as a scientist, and how that connects maybe with your music. And also, there's a very specific story which is extraordinary. And I think you traveled to Brazil to do work as a marine biologist. to the Amazon, but you brought your saxophone.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, if you could tell that story, it's really, really extraordinary. It'd be great to share that if it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, but I didn't see any ghosts, but people saw many ghosts, Japanese ghosts in the forest.
Mm,
So I don't know what's going on.
mm.
But anyway, my saxophone pull out those ghosts,
So, so,
maybe.
so you traveled to Brazil to do work as a marine biologist, yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
and go to the Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you brought your saxophone just to play in the Amazon, or what?
Yeah, yeah. Just dedicate to the spirits of Amazon. I played.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, I said okay. I play saxophone for dedicated spirits of Amazon. Then I started that. Then the ghost came out.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. I then there it's a Belen. It's a mouse city of the Amazon, and there Amazon meeting, and I made a short water free lecture to
Mm,
them. Yeah, yeah. So
okay,
that's why I was in Amazon.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. So you want to talk about water fleas and the biology, and then you
yeah,
played to the ghosts of the Amazon, and you saw Japanese ghosts.
yes, yes, yes.
That's some serious saxophone.
It's serious.
And does your work as a scientist, does it relate to you with your music in any way, or
Yeah,
are they separate?
yes, yeah, that's right. It's very connected, very strongly. It's very important for me
Mm,
because when I listened to John Coltrane. John Coltrane is a human being, right? And the music is only played by the human being, not insect, not bad. We human being, oh, bad is singing, but that is not true. We, our human beings, music is very different,
mm,
and this this came from lives. You know, human being is if some dead person cannot play anything.
mhm,
Live people can play music.
mhm,
So life is very important.
mm,
Always I was thinking about what is the life of mine and the other people's. Life is what is the life? I was always thinking. Then I saw water free by microscope. Then I found out, oh, this is life. Oh, they're living,
mm,
moving.
mm,
Their body is very transparent. We can see everything.
mm,
Even the blood cube is running in the body. And the eggs comes out from the this ovary to the like stomach.
mhm.
Everything we can see. Life is so strong. Then in my body, in my mind, life is connected. Every life is connected.
Mm,
Here,
mm,
this COVID-19 is also life.
mhm. Right, right,
We are
right.
living together.
Mhm,
So no way to avoid them.
mhm, mhm. And so, because music is part of life, part of your life, but part of the
Yeah,
living world, it
yes,
connects to this living world too. It's
yes,
another part of the life,
yes,
another way of expressing it.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And maybe when you talk about the water flea and transparent, and you can see all the life
Hmm.
coming through, as you
Right.
look,
Yes,
it's like maybe a little like music.
yes,
It's transparent.
yes,
It's not hidden. The
yes,
best
yes.
music is direct like that,
Hmm.
vision. seeing it. Okay. Oh,
That's
that's
right.
amazing. Okay. Well, we have one more piece of yours to play, but before we do, I am so happy to get this opportunity, Sakata-san. It means a lot to see you, to talk to you, and I cannot wait to get back to Japan and be in person with you. Maybe play some music, maybe a little sake too. But it's fantastic to have you on the program and be a part of this and share yourself and the music like this. So many people have tuned in from all over the world. It's really exciting. So thanks to you. A quick thanks to Experimental Sound Studio for doing the quarantine concerts and supporting Option, Ralph Loza tonight for tech. Also, Andrew Klinkman and Tim Daisy, who helped me with the curation. It's an honor to get to do this, and tonight's been very special for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much too.
We get to share a lot, and even at the distance, we share a lot. This last piece of yours is a solo clarinet piece. I love the way you play clarinet, and it's called KV. And I'll just say thank you.
That's for you. That's for you. I appreciate it to this program.
Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, Kata. We'll see each other soon, and in the same room together. In the same room.
I hope so. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This is a last piece from Akira Sakata, and Great Joy. Thank you.